What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Baron's Hideout Podcast. I'm Project Metal Dust.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Little D in the corner.
Oh, god damn it, guys. We are at the end of Monster Mash March. But we couldn't do this alone. We brought the man himself on the show. We got Derek Eyeball Soup on here. Derek, what's up, buddy?
Yay!
Oh, not a whole lot. Just been doing art, trying to get more and more things done.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Been working through probably a year and a half project on some tarot cards.
Yeah, those are sick, dude. Those are sick.
Nice.
Yeah. But the last time Derek was here, we covered the super rad, awesome movie Stay Alive.
That's right. That's right.
Dude.
With the Steam Boy poster in the back.
God damn, that movie is so much fun. Where's my Snyder cut of that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They cut out a whole expositional character from that fucking movie.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about that tonight. We are wrapping up Monster Mash March with the werewolf movie. And I brought Project METALBEAST. I see Anna just bursting down there, dude.
I'm laughing at Little Dustin ain't snickering over there, and I'm trying to keep it. We had a mini powwow before you joined us because we showed up on time. So
whoa, the shade is real.
On time when the all right. Well, I showed up on time. You know what? Anyways,
I'm just
man, I love you.
Right. Whatever, man. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get this right out of the way. We're gonna head over to Rotten Tomatoes, and we're gonna start with Derek. Derek, out of 0 critic reviews. What do you think Project METALBEAST is sitting at with its critic reviews?
Out of 0?
Yeah.
My brain says 0.
All right, that's a good guess. Good guess. Anna, what are you thinking?
0.
Big old fat fucking grapefruit?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, Lil D, what are you thinking, man?
100%.
A 0?
Yeah.
So you guys are all right. It's sitting at fucking 0%. But yeah, listen here, critics. There's 100 audience reviews though.
Okay, that's something.
All right, so we'll start with Little D. Little D, out of 100 audience reviews, what do you think Project METALBEAST is sitting at?
23%.
Okay, Anna.
11.
First the Ghoulies 2, now this.
I gotta see myself out.
Oh, Derek, what do you think?
I might get it an 85.
I would give it an 85. No, it's sitting at 39%. Oh, sons of bitches, man. So, Project METALBEAST is, like I said, when I made this monster party, I wanted it to be, not the same monster throughout the whole movie. And we got something kind of similar to this, but this is like the legitimate werewolf to the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And god damn it, did I forget how awesome this movie was. All right, so let's go round table. We'll talk about some histories with Project METALBEAST, and we'll start with Derek. Derek, what is your history with Project METALBEAST?
My history with Project METALBEAST would have to be a couple years ago when Movie Dumpster spoke about it. And that's when I first heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
And because of that, I had to go and try to hunt down a copy. And eventually I found one on MVD's website. And that movie seriously needs an upgrade. It needs some love.
No kidding.
You have the DVD, right? Like from
I do.
MVD? That's wild to think that MVD hasn't put out a Blu-ray of this movie yet.
I can grab it if you want me to.
Well, no, you don't have to. I'm just thinking because I have Abominable Ghoulies 2. I have a couple of other MVD titles that Maximum that's Vestron. Just a couple different titles that are like really doctored up and looking nice. And I'm really surprised with them having this title on DVD that there isn't a Blu-ray restoration of it.
Because they did Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2, didn't they?
They sure did.
And
Yeah, I think we talked about that when we
Yeah.
covered
Swamp
it, didn't we?
Thing.
Yes. They've done a lot of cool The Dentist. No,
Mhm.
I'm thinking of
That's
Vestron.
Vectron's too.
I'm thinking of the Vestron titles. So, yeah, no, fuck yeah, Anna. Let's hear your history with Project Metal Beast, please.
This is the start of my history, as the running theme on here is.
And I love that
know.
every time.
I love werewolf movies. That's a monster I always enjoy. Typically, I feel like this one is an anomaly, but I honestly feel like a big part of it was the copy I watched on Tubi and on Fossum. It's just terrible. The sound is terrible. I'm having to crank it up, and then some people, like in the same conversation, some people's you can't hear, and then the other person's screaming at you, and it took me out. And then I feel like it's too long. I just could not. I couldn't
Hour
really.
20.
I know, but I'll explain
Okay.
that when we get into it a little more. But I just feel like this shouldn't have been a feature length.
All right, Little D, let's hear about your history with Project Metal Beast. Where does it start, and what you got to say to me about it?
All right. I have like a vague memory of maybe seeing this in a video store as a kid. I don't know if I ever watched it. I have heard of it. I've heard it be passed around a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is my first time watching it because I don't remember anything else. And all I'm going to say is I'll wait until we start talking about it.
Oh my God, you guys. All right, so my history with this movie stems just like Derek's. The Dumpster Boys talked about it a couple of years ago, and that piqued my interest. And since then, I've always wanted to talk about it. Just never found the right time, right place, or right setting.
So he waited to come on my podcast and be like, yo, we're talking about Project Metal Beast, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What in the world, man?
He just went.
Oh, man. This is the episode of Shade, I guess.
I'm just saying. You know what?
I love you, dude. I love you.
Oh,
I'm glad you brought this to the table.
Whatever, man. Whatever. All right. So, Project Metal Beast. The cast. There's not a lot of people in this movie, but the people who are in it, kind of noteworthy. Like, did you guys recognize the Colonel that's in this movie, and like the dickhead who's like, we're gonna merge these companies together to make one big company, so you can work on this project for me.
Is that Barry Bostwick?
Barry Bostwick.
Yeah, what was he in?
He said, "Damn it, Janet, I'm in love."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh shit!
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, Brad Majors from Rocky
Well,
Horror
I
Picture Show.
Don't know why I didn't recognize him.
Wasn't he also in a Brady Bunch movie or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
He
I'm
was-
thinking of somebody else.
He was in Tales of Halloween, the anthology movie where.
Oh shit! You're right.
Yeah, he's the devil that's running around,
You're
running amok
right.
with the little kid. He was also the original Danny Zuko before John Travolta. So, and then, dude, Debbie, the girl with the bangs in this movie. I don't know her real name. I don't remember her real name. But she was Sindel in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh,
Was.
Yeah, and she was
In
in
that
Oblivion. Oh, dude, don't you shut your mouth about Annihilation. Looky here, sir. Oh my goodness. And who else? Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder was in the Metal Beast suit, so
Mhm.
you know he's pretty. You know he's pretty notorious. He wouldn't walk around like this and shit, or he wasn't like the giant alligator at the end of Alligator. So, but yeah. So there's not too many people in this movie, but the people who are in it, like it's like they're like, I know who that is, type of person. So I guess we'll round the table. We'll talk about what we didn't like. about Project Metal Beast.
Um,
And I'm going to start with Lil D. I want to get him out of the way because I feel
okay.
like we need to sandwich Anna with the positive. So.
Okay. So I just want to go off the bat and say I feel like this movie suffered with putting too much attention and maybe budget into the special effects and not that much into the writing or a lot of good character development or direction. I'm just gonna let this out now. I've been having a really busy work week, so today I was like, I'm finally gonna go and watch this right before the show, so I have it nice and fresh in my mind, and I fucking zonked out. I woke back up and I finished it. But this like the pacing for this, I'm gonna say the effects on this I thought were really good. There were some pretty good effects for how not so greatly produced or shot this movie is because it's very very cloudy and like murky. Like the film was just not it. It definitely does need like an upgrade. I can go in there and clean it up and make it look better for sure. Like it definitely needs that.
Sure.
But yeah, I felt like a lot of these characters I didn't give a fuck about. I didn't at all. And even like, oh, we have this guy. He's now injecting werewolf blood, and then we get like a time jump. But for me, I don't know if it's just because I was so tired, like I didn't even realize there was a time jump. I was like, oh, okay, 20 years later, or however long they said it was. I was like, okay. And even like towards the end, I was like, this movie's like okay. It's probably not something I'd go back and watch again, and that's kind of hard for me to say because a lot of shitty movies I do love, and this definitely is a shitty movie. But a lot of people love it, like Derek and Big D and probably the
Charlie.
movie dumpsters, Charlie.
The room is divided right now.
But I will say what they were trying to do with the effects, they definitely nailed that end. I think everything else was thrown to the wayside. They had an idea like we're gonna have a metal werewolf, and that's it. And then the plot and everything else that's going on, I felt like I needed some touching up. I needed some love. And that's my own opinion. Do not come to me and yell at me and say, why are you talking shit about my favorite movie?
Yeah.
There's so many better werewolf movies out there. And I love werewolves. I love them. Just this movie just didn't do it for me, man. I don't know.
Derek, I need to hear it, man. Is there anything you didn't like about this movie?
Not really. I think the only thing that was hard to get through was the audio.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
That's really about it. And
I had to have subtitles on.
I didn't have subtitles.
I can't hear without my subtitles on.
There were some parts where, like Anna had said that, you were trying to listen to somebody and you heard more of the like hiss of their words because it's so compressed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's really my only gripe with it.
Sure. Oh,
I think it was, if like, cleaned up, it would probably be better.
I bet you like a restoration of this movie would change the outlook on the whole thing.
It would definitely do it some justice for sure.
Yeah. But then again, I wonder how bad the werewolf would look.
I don't think it would look that bad.
I mean, you don't see a lot of it, which is great, but I think the cleanup of it might do it a little bit more harm. I don't know. Anna, let's hear it, man. I just all right. She cleared her fucking throat.
So
She
Lil
stacks
D,
her notes together. And...
Lil D covered a bunch of how I'm feeling. But so yeah, I just didn't give a shit about any of the characters. That was a big thing too. Paired with like I feel like this could have been an hour and 15-minute movie. Or like I said in the chat that morning I was trying to finish it, it could have been like a Tales from the Crypt episode or something in Creep Show, like an anthology. Sure. But like there are so many scenes in this of just people walking around.
Yeah.
Just walking around. And I'm like, am I supposed to be feeling tension? Am I supposed to be scared of this werewolf around? Because I'm not. And it's not working for me. And then you pair that with just the audio, and I mean, I don't even necessarily care about how grainy it is, but when I can't hear it and I can't really see it that great, it's not, it doesn't start off a good experience. You know what I mean?
Sure, you're
And
already
then,
fighting uphill to watch this fucking movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then once it gets going, like Little D said, the effects are great, and I can appreciate that always for what they did with practical and with a werewolf. I'm assuming it's a suit or whatever he's
Mhm.
in. Looks great, and I can respect it for that. But at the end of the day, I just don't care. Like, I don't care if the guy who shot himself up with the werewolf blood ends up dying. I don't care if the scientists end up dying, because I didn't really get to know them that well because I couldn't fucking hear what they were saying, for one.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like there were too many of them, like especially in the little break room scenes.
Mm.
Like it should have been like two scientists. Think like Day of the Dead kind of setup.
Okay.
Something like that would have been able to hone in a little more. It felt too big too, like too much walking around, and it just needed to be compressed a little bit. But also, just it was just a big old flop for me all around. And I hate it because I love werewolf movies, and I was like, oh, Kane Hodder, he's the metal beast. Hell yeah, I didn't know that. And I don't even care about that. Like, I could not wait for this movie to be over. And I know that breaks your heart, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
All right,
it's,
and I'm
But
right there
yeah.
with you, girl.
But I tried.
no,
I
you
tried.
you did, and I appreciate that. Dude, trooper, dude. But to play on what you were saying about how big the facility is and how there's so much walking around. How I looked at it this time watching it is I kind of compared it to Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue
Okay.
Sea has a huge facility, but at the same time, they make you feel so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
One, you're underwater there, but here it's like your facility's on lockdown. You have nowhere to fucking go either. So
That's fair.
that's how I viewed it this time. As for like things I didn't like, it's just the audio. Like, I wish I was able to hear these people talk to each other. Because when you have a movie that is so dialogue heavy, in a language you speak, and you have to have subtitles on to hear what the fuck they're saying, is my only gripe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that I really do like about this movie. Like, I really like the look of the werewolf towards the end. How he looks cybernetic. He looks not like your typical werewolf, which we see a couple of times in this movie already. At the beginning, and then when he attacks old buddy and the fucking viewing room with the projector.
Yeah.
Mm.
Seeing like that typical hunched over werewolf, and then to the point where we got a werewolf with beaming red eyes. His hair looked like a fucking porcupine. I thought it was sick. But I like the idea of genetically creating this monster that they think they have all this control over. And they don't. Like, it's a mindless fucking beast. How are you supposed to control that? Let alone, how are you supposed to control someone you didn't even know as a human?
It's a tale as old as time as far as the monster verse is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with this, with the lockdown, like, there was, when they are doing the surgery on, I think his name's Derek. No, it's not Derek. It's Daniel.
Douglas Butler.
Something like that.
Douglas?
I
don't remember.
Seeing the patchwork of his skin is fucking sick. And when they show that for the first time, you're like, look at that burnt ass lasagna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It looked like a pasta.
It's like those microwave ready fucking meals, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it has life, and I love that when it has like the pneumatic system in it, and you see like the pulsing and all that shit. But when they put it on his body, it's very Frankenstein, and I really, really like that. And they're like, wait a minute. You said this person died of natural causes. He can't fall on some bullets and die of natural causes, sir. Dude.
Don't worry about that. Keep doing it.
Yeah, just don't fucking worry. But I need to ask you guys this. What kills werewolves?
Silver,
dude.
Silver.
Why is he still the fuck alive after getting shot with silver bullets?
Because it didn't pierce all the way through or some shit? I don't know.
Were the bullets silver though?
Yeah. They make sure to tell you they're made of silver.
I think if I remember, he says keep them in him until if you take them out, he'll come back.
So it keeps him dormant.
Yeah, it keeps him dormant.
That's
Which is
Some
very
kind of like
weird.
super werewolf blood that's like slightly immune to the silver, but just leaves him dormant. I don't know.
Because if I remember, when they're taking it out, he starts coming back.
That's because they have like the mortician's wax all over him, over the bullet holes, and they start peeling him out. Like, all right, never mind. His body temperature is raising too fast, and he's supposed to be dead. But man, it's yeah. But yeah, and then there's like there's some comedic parts, dude. And my favorite one is when you got the boss man, the general was like, all right, you're gonna go here and you're gonna fucking go through this alleyway and we're gonna meet here. You're gonna go, like, he's dispersing security to lock down this building. There's that one that goes outside.
Oh yeah.
And he opens the door. He goes, nothing out here but a full moon, and gets eaten. It's so fucking good, man. But I like also in this one, there's different stages we see of this werewolf, right? Like you have full werewolf at the beginning, the one that attacks during that joke, and he kills like that guard. He kills the one doctor. He's like half wolf, half man.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like you can tell, like it's like split face, and it's beautiful. Like the cosmetics in that, and then we get full fledged fucking metal beast at the end, dude. And I dig it. I dig seeing they literally created a weapon of mass destruction and had no fucking contingency plan for it.
That tracks.
Yeah. You know what this
Government shit.
what this
sounds
movie
about right.
what this movie really, really missed, and it's in the fucking name. Where's our metal music, bro? If they wanted to like amp this movie up, the guy should have been going around fucking like shredding like guitars and shit, going around killing everybody, like make it like really campy and crazy. This was a little too almost serious. They're trying to make this a little too serious, and I think that's what really turned me off. I'm like,
yeah, there you
and
go. That's a good
also
point.
like the head sergeant or whatever, like he was an asshole, but I didn't care for him. He was just like, you're gonna do this, or I'm gonna shoot you, or I'm gonna have this other plan and send it off to these other people, and they're gonna get all the credit. Like I didn't give a fuck about him. Like he goes around towards the end, and he's like, you move out of my way, and he goes over my dead body, and he shoots the guy,
It shoots him, and I was like,
I'm like, oh, like I don't know.
He's dead. I checked.
Yeah, but
Yep.
was it him, or was it the guy in the beginning that shot the other guy again after he died that got bit? I remember
that was the guy that is the werewolf. Like he double tapped the guy
that's
who got-
right. That's right.
Got,
So
got
that's at the very
attacked by the
beginning.
werewolf.
Because I was like, oh, he could have just done that, but I was like, wait a second, was I even the right guy? So there's a lot of things like that where I was just like, who is this again? What's going on?
The time jump is weird because they don't let you know about it. Like it's like if you blink, like literally if you blink, you missed it.
You gotta at least announce it, or don't have like in dialogue 20 years later, or like when he's down to get the guy out of the cryo freeze, he's like, you survived 20 years or whatever he says. 20 years later, we're gonna let you out now, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't
Your
know.
time to shine.
Let
I'm
my
gonna make you
monsters
into a
grow.
monster, and you're gonna be mine. And I'm gonna control you.
So, and my thing is like Barry Bostwick's character, like he knows about everything. He's loading his gun up with the silver fucking bullets, right? And he uses them on not the werewolf. He shoots old buddy in the shoulder, then he shoots the kneecaps of the other general.
oh yeah, I was like, damn, that's cold. Like,
Dude,
Don't
he's
move
like,
too fast.
Yeah, I heard there's a fucking monster walking around here. Don't go anywhere too quickly. Oh my god, dude. But I don't know, man. I see what Anna's saying. Like there is area to trim for sure. Make this a 45-minute episode of Tales from the Crypt.
yeah,
15 minutes.
I wouldn't say 15 minutes.
no, that's 45's good.
15 seconds.
5 seconds.
There you go. No, give it just a 45-minute episode of Tales from the Crypt, and cut out a bunch of just. I mean, you know, if we don't care about the characters, it's the dialogue-driven scenes we don't need.
Mhm.
But I feel like, again, if MVD ends up cleaning this up, there'll be a whole new outlook on this movie. Like, people, if I can hear these people's camaraderie, I would care at the fact that they cared that their friends were dying. But we don't get to hear that. We get to see it, but that's about it. So,
Very fair.
Yeah.
How popular is this movie, though? Has it been like gaining resurgence or something lately, or has it always been pretty popular since it like was released? Because I think over the last 3 or 4 years, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this movie.
I don't know. I feel like this is a very underground type of movie. It's a niche,
What year did it come out again?
95.
95.
And
It doesn't feel like a '90s film.
Not at
Feels
all.
It
older.
doesn't. It doesn't at all.
But what would have benefited is what little D just brought up. But this being coming out in the 90s, I bet you that soundtrack would have slapped.
Yeah. Where's my
It's
fucking
pretty-
pedal, dude?
It's pre-Scream too, so horror was still dead.
Sure, yeah. So this is just one of those movies that filled shelves at Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. Like people would just see it, and then
The cover is pretty sick, though. I will
Yeah.
admit to that. I love the cover art, but the movie just, I don't know, man, just didn't do
Got
it
that
for me.
Metal
I don't-
Gear Solid font.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks familiar.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
good point.
there is a funny note, and this would have been around the same time the game came out. But every time they're on the computer and they're doing things, those are literally Resident Evil computer. You go in the computer, or like if you're in your menu, it's the exact same sounds that it is in the Resident Evil like menu. Like if I'm gonna use an herb, like that noise they use, and the door sliding open. That's the same thing. Like they ripped it. It was really
That's
funny.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight from the fucking 90s. But there's a lot that like I said, there's a lot that I like that outweighs the cons, but the cons are big. Like it's not like little things here and there. It's just the audio quality of this movie. And I feel like the Tubi version is the version that Derek has on DVD, which is a VHS rip of this title. So I don't know.
I tried looking for a copy with better sound, whether it be YouTube, Tubi, wherever, and it was the same quality as the DVD.
Yeah.
It's just hard to hear.
Yeah, it's wild.
When it comes to movies, the one thing you want to make sure it is good is your fucking audio.
This is
Dude,
true.
So I sent this video to Charlie, and it's the final battle scene, right? Where we get like the full get up look of this fucking werewolf, right? And he's walking towards these girls. And one of them, the main girl, I don't know her name, has a bazooka. Has a fucking bazooka, dude, with metal tips, And the first one, it's tight. Shoots that shit right through his leg, but doesn't explode.
That was
So
cool.
It's a dud. And they bring that up. They're like, because they're asking the guy who made these, they're like, hey, does this even work? And he's like, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But the first one pierces the Metal Beast's leg, and we learned that's the only, like, during the whole, like, surgery procedures when they're trying to extract anything or inject him with anything, it's always in the leg because that's the only tissue that they didn't really put that second skin on, like the artificial skin. So it's cool seeing the weakness of the werewolf there. But then you get the one where they run behind the fucking tubs, and he loads up that second bazooka. But this is the clip I sent to Charlie, because when I had the subtitles on, it says loads bazooka, deep breath, and then when she shoots it, it says blood splattering. in the subtitles, it says blood, flesh splatter is what it says, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. That made me fucking smile seeing that in the subtitles, So I got nothing else to say about Project Metal Beast.
Sadly, I don't either, my friend.
Yeah.
Except
I
my
was-
rating.
No,
So we'll-
I bring this up every now and then when it comes to movies like this. Would it be worth a remake? Would
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
All right,
This
so-
is where remakes work. Where movies failed with the vast majority of people that aren't in that niche. Sorry, y'all. That's like prime real estate for making a remake. Like, I feel like they could do this some justice nowadays. I think it would be
Alright.
fun.
So thinking about that, let me pose this question: who would you put in the director seat,
I was just thinking that.
and who would you cast to play the Metal Beast character, like the man before the monster? You
Okay,
know?
so I know who I would cast to play the prick, like the general, Barry Bostwick's character.
Barry Bostwick, yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes.
You think so?
He-
He's too hunky.
That's fine,
That's
though.
fine.
He's a hunky... people like hunky villains. It's okay.
Okay,
Hunky
my
boys.
hunky boys.
Hunky boys!
No,
I would have to think
Like
on that
hunky
for the
boys.
director and
Yeah,
who would
that's
play the
fine.
Metal Beast.
The director could be... What's his name? Kaczynski. Not PG, but Top Gun Maverick. What's his... Joseph
Oh,
Kaczynski, I believe is his name.
Couldn't tell ya.
maybe.
Because...
I can tell you in a second.
Or the guy who did Werewolves. Like, we need a good dose of action. Like, it needs to be action-packed. I don't want it to all be, like, fucking lab scenes.
Yeah,
I want some action.
yeah.
let
Some
the
actual dread too. You know.
Let the Metal Beast break out of the facility and wreak havoc at wherever this facility is.
Sure,
That kind of thing.
Joseph Kaczynski was the guy.
Joseph Kaczynski, yeah.
Well, they could do like
He would
an
be cool.
It type thing, or like, every 27 years. So this would have been, what, 30 years ago, right? Since we're in 2025, and he said it came out in 1995. So they could be
That's
like,
correct.
oh my god, we found this thing from 30 years ago, and it's this fucking thing because at the end of the movie it shows that he's technically still alive.
Mhm.
So like maybe it could have like
Because you've
rebuilt
got
itself.
red on you.
It could have like rebuilt itself, and someone locked it away or something, and like, like these stupid kids maybe going in there, like, this is an old place, we're gonna go ghost hunting, and then boom, I would be into that, dude.
That would be
You're-
fun.
You're pitching my sequel to Chopping Mall right now.
I had a light bulb
Same
go off just
universe.
then. You know who should direct it?
Who?
Fede Alvarez.
Fucking Fede, dude.
Fede!
I like
Fede!
Yeah, get on it.
Here we
I've been pitching Fede for a lot of shit here recently, like to remake movies.
Romulus was the anomaly for me. I love him
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I
So-
honestly, like, I hate, Derek, that you've come on an episode with a movie that I hate so much, because this is, movies like this are few and far between for me. I genuinely try to find something in everything I watch that's I enjoy, but sometimes they just fail, and this is one that failed for me.
yeah.
I promise I'm not a movie snob.
I think if I were to recast and redirect, I think my asshole colonel would be Robert Patrick.
Ooh, okay.
Dude,
I'm here for that.
I think he would destroy that shit, dude.
Dude,
Him.
go ahead.
What's up?
No, go
I'll
ahead.
say him or Dan Stevens.
I was gonna
Give me
say
Dan Stevens as
He
that
could
asshole.
be, or he could be the Metal Beast.
no.
he
No,
He is the Metal Beast.
He could
There
buff up.
Yes, fucking Sean Roberts or whatever his name is. Well, Sean Roberts in the movie, but
That's our Metal Beast, dude.
oh my god, man! But I think
Yeah, they need to remake this.
Let's put Arnold. We'll put Arnold Schwarzenegger in here for his final role. This damn Metal Beast.
no. I
Arr.
think you get Onyx to play in the movie, dude.
Oh my god.
There's a Metal Beast. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know where it went? I don't know.
But if I were to put a director in the seat,
That's a tough one.
I'd give it to Ryan Kruger.
Okay, you want him to go like a really weird, goopy.
Well, the
Like,
movie
way-
can be goopy, but it's like, I mean, Street Trash is probably the best example that I have.
It
but
doesn't need to be that goopy. It needs to be an equal amount of action and horror.
All right, this is what we can do. We'll leave it up to the people listening.
Yeah.
What do
y'all
you
tell
guys
us.
think? Who would direct the sequel and or remake to Project Metal Beast 2?
have
I
a
wanna
bit of
know. Leave it down
crazy
below.
idea.
Yeah,
What are
Derek.
you thinking, Derek?
So thinking about the flesh coming back and then probably clinging on to stuff and rebuilding itself, I would put Shinya Tsukamoto, the Tetsuo the Iron Man director,
Oh,
in charge of that.
that's a good one.
Okay.
and have it kind of become like this cyberpunk flesh amalgamation.
Oh hell yeah!
That they have to now deal with this thing.
Like the Guyver.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm in there for it.
Hell
or the
yeah.
dude, the guy that did the Raid Redemption.
It skips my mind right now.
I know his fucking name. We just talked about him. Anyways, the guy who did Raid the Redemption. If you want action and horror, that's who I feel like would knock that shit out.
Well, I'm sorry to say
Orphan
this, but we're kind of pitching a better idea for the sequel than the original movie, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, cut it out. Let's get into rating this
We're bringing
bad
in
boy.
Screaming Mad George as well.
Oh fuck yeah!
Steve
Always.
Wang. There you go. Bring
you
in Steve Wang. Bring in Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr.
Hell yeah, dude.
There we go. All right, let's get into rating Project Metal Beast. Anna, I'm going to start with you.
Oh,
Out of five Metal Beasts, what do you give Project Metal Beast?
I'm giving it a half star for the effects. That's it. I'm sorry to have disappointed you, my friend. I tried. I really tried.
It's hard to follow the descent, I guess.
I mean, it's besides Ghoulies was better than this. This month has
I have to clap. You have to clap for that. You got
It's been full of bangers. It's been full of bangers recently. So
Good.
I've been getting spoiled, and then this one pops up, and I'm like,
no.
They can't all be winners, and I'm sorry, man.
"That's true, very true." It's the podcast game we play.
Derek, out of 5 Metal Beasts, what do you give Project Metal Beast?
3.5.
Hell yeah,
That's fair. There you go. That's fair.
that's a solid one.
That half is that little piece of flesh that's laying on the floor at the end.
Uh-huh.
That that may be that mystery of what's next. What could be next?
Yeah.
It's like a symbiote.
Mm. Spider-Man comes in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but all right, little D, hit me with it, man.
Oh man. All right, y'all know how I feel about the Mutilator, right?
I love the Mutilator though.
This literally
See, it's
falls.
like weird shit like that. I love in pieces, but I'm not I'm
This
weird.
falls in the same category. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I tried to really like this movie. I'm giving it a 0.25 out of 5 flesh slabs. And I guess for my I'm going to go back to my personal score because I gave Mutilator really, really low too. I'm giving this a 1%. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It takes a lot for me to not really care about a movie because I love movies. I love them,
yeah.
and I love werewolves. This one, I don't know if it's just because I'm tired. I don't think it's because of that. But there was just things in here. I was just like, I couldn't, man. I wanted to. I really did. I wanted to just be like, I want to like this. I love werewolves.
We have doused you in it, dude.
Everyone's drinking the haterade.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
You know, one of the early scenes I enjoy is whenever he's hearing the scientist kind of messing with something. She pricks her finger,
Oh yeah.
and he comes around because he smells it, and he's hiding his hand behind his back because his hand is already transformed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good scene. But I was also thinking,
hey, what are you doing?
what I was thinking during that, like he's in a facility where there's other blood, right?
Mm.
So all of a sudden he's just gonna smell that blood.
It's the thrill of the hunt. I don't know. It's like it's like Jurassic Park. Like the T-Rex doesn't want to eat the goat that's provided.
What's the hunt?
He wants to hunt.
What's its basic instincts?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. As for me, this is easily a banger. And by banger, I mean 3 stars.
I thought you were gonna go to 5. I'm like, there's no way, dude.
I was gonna be like, what?
This is a 3 out of 5. I do really like this movie. There are things it can work on. I bet you, we kept saying it, if MVD doctored this movie up, it'd be a completely different experience. So, 3 out of 5 meat slabs, metal beasts for me. But that concludes Monster Mash March. And what I need to know, and we'll circle around with Anna and Lil D. What has been your favorite monster at the party?
Ooh, Anna,
What
you
was the
go.
first? What was the first movie we covered?
The Monster Project.
That didn't kick the month off,
That kicked the month off.
did it? Did
Yeah.
this month go by that quick?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'll go first, so it gives you guys time to think. My favorite is the demon from the Monster Project. The girl, not the asshole at the end. The monster of the group. Scary as fuck. Always, and I love like J horror, and it gave me that vibe because it always had like the slow turning heads, the flashes on the screen, always found in random corners of the room in the dark. Loved it.
Yeah.
So that is my favorite monster.
Mine. I'm just gonna lump them all together, man, because it's hard to pick one. Ghoulies.
Yeah, so you better say the fucking ghoulies, dude.
Ghoulies. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, cat.
I would have
ghoulies.
loved to say werewolf, man.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with I'll probably go with the cave crawlers in the Descent.
Oh, so Derek, please say Project Metal Beast is yours. No, just we covered all the movies.
Project Metal Beast is mine.
There it is. There it is. Fuck yeah. So Derek, we really appreciate you jumping on. What are you wearing, Derek?
What am
by
I
the
wearing?
way,
Yeah, show it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Hell yeah, man.
For those who remember, Derek is the one who drew this shirt design for us. So yeah, so Derek, go ahead, let everybody know what you do, where they can find you, and all that other good stuff.
So I'm a freelance illustrator. I stream on Twitch. You can see my process on there. I'm always open for different commissions and stuff. The last thing I did was the last project for y'all, which was the seance kind of designed for Tales of the Barons.
Yeah, it came out great, dude.
It was so
And
cool.
now I'm finishing up these tarot cards. I've got 7 left out of 78.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Dang.
But they all look awesome. I see your updates all the time, and man, you're slaying it.
No, thank you. And it just, this is what I do. This is what I love to do, and I'm happy to continue like doing art.
Oh
It's
yeah,
my favorite thing. And thank y'all for bringing me on again, and thank y'all for hitting me up
of
for
course.
the
course.
opportunities to do art for y'all.
Hell yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever I need anything fucking scary drawn, I know who to go to.
Mhm.
And he's just been knocking out of the park. Like each design that we've gone to Derek for, like there was the first shirt we did was just Little D and I. Then we brought Anna on. Then we got this rad ass design that Derek is wearing right now.
Yep, the OG print.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hell yeah,
It's so
dude.
so good. And just seeing the processes, like I go on the Twitch and watch him draw. You know, like we'll talk, and I try not to pitch ideas while he's working. You know, because like I want him to work. I don't want it to be like I'm sitting there micromanaging what he's doing. I just sit there and watch it fucking happen.
Right.
You know, the only thing I did recommend and ask for was a head of hair, and Derek did it. My hair. But yeah, and then seeing the progress from the first design to our Tails design, god damn it, dude, it's just only going to get better. So again,
Yeah.
we really appreciate you whipping up those designs for us.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, thank you.
And
Anna.
they've been a blast.
Hell
Oh, yeah.
dude. Anna, what do we have coming up over here on the Barons?
In a few months, well, less than 2 months now, we'll all be in Salem together for the Salem Horror Fest.
Oh yeah,
Very
Get her spook
excited.
on.
Very, very excited. Always wanted to go to Salem, and
Yeah,
now
I'm
I'm
amped.
going. I still don't. It's like I know it's real and I know it's happening, but I don't feel like it's gonna like sink in until it's like almost there because
So
I've
you're-
wanted to go there for so long. You know,
It's gonna be fun. I'm
Yeah.
really, really amped.
me too.
You'll believe it once you start ingesting the spook,
Yeah,
Mhm.
the spook.
It's gonna be
Give me
real.
all the spook.
the witchy vibes everywhere.
I need it.
Yeah. So we are not theming next month. We do have a running list of movies we want to do over here, so which will be super exciting. But yeah, Anna, what do you have cooking over on Give Me Back My Action and Horror Movies?
This last week will have been, by the time this comes out, the end of our banger March. See, I've said we've been covering bangers all around. And I've been spoiled.
That's
but
huge.
we watched Sisu.
Hell yeah.
And I had so much fucking fun with that movie. It's a quick hour and a half watch. It's by the same guys who did Rare Exports. We covered that back in December. Oh, it's strong recommend. It's like at the end of World War II, and they have enacted a like a scorched earth thing for Finland, like the Nazis are leaving, and they come across this one guy. They call him the Immortal Man, and Sisu is not his name. It's just like a phrase or a kind of like a term for hope kind of thing. And he's a gold digger, and he finds him some gold, and it's just him trying to get out of the country, but he encounters some fucking Nazis. And you know how they are. They see he's got gold, and it just becomes it's
gold.
Yeah, it's such a great paced movie. The action and horror is great in it. You know, it's war, so it's obviously horrific, but man, I was thoroughly surprised with that movie. Loved it.
Hell yeah. I'm stoked to listen to it.
Yeah,
Especially
it's fun.
since Nate won't be there.
Yeah, I know. Fucker.
Oh man.
Oh man, so we're on the Flicks of Friends over in our AB season still, and by the time this comes out, our letter J will have dropped. And J is not for Jason X because Paul used a fucking veto.
Paul, come on.
Wrong letter, man. Wrong letter.
Is it
So-
for Juan?
I wish. I wish we covered the 2003 classic Johnny English.
Derek, he's like, he just looked.
Look here, man. All right, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, you'll hear all about it over there on that episode. So, Little D, what do we got to do to get out of here, man?
The only thing that I ask is for all of our listeners and watchers, if you're on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, please go ahead and give it a like, share,
Rate
comment, rate us. Rating is very, very important. We have been getting more ratings in, which is really good to see.
Please.
And our YouTube is skyrocketing right now. We are going way past 300 subscribers right now, and it's really good to see that going. The engagement over there is also really good. Get a lot more likes, a lot more comments. Some comments that are definitely not needed, but that's okay.
I'm glad I don't read them.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
just go
hate
ahead.
intros.
Oh, yeah, that fucker. Get
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah,
an
so go
aesthetic.
ahead and support us over there. And if you want to support us further, you guys can go right over to our Patreon, which is just for $1 a month, and you guys get all of our episodes up to a week early. And there's
$1,
gonna
Bob.
be a
$1,
lot
Bob.
of other bonus content coming out as soon as we are in Salem. It's going to be a packed month, and you guys are going to be eating good. So go ahead, rate us, like us, share us, subscribe to us, whatever you want to do.
And
We're
Yellow
here.
Jackets, we're still trucking through season 3. That comes out early on Patreon, but typically every Monday after the new episode, they will be on YouTube. That's just a YouTube and Patreon thing.
Mhm.
And we've been getting some good response from that too. I have noticed
Hell
because
yeah.
I've watched us on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, it's got this many views. Okay, I'm here for that. So
Yep.
I love to spin theories. I'm glad we've gotten Little D to join and watch with us, and we've had Parker on and Sean from Movie Dumpster. They've come on and spun some theories with us. So it's been fun. We've got 4 episodes left. So please, if you're watching along, let us know what you think in the comments on Instagram, Patreon, wherever, YouTube, and buzz, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Bitches.
And that's the other thing I wanted to go ahead and shout out is our Instagram has been getting a lot of traction lately too. And I have to owe it all to Anna and Big D. You guys have been
Shucks.
you guys have been
Yeah.
like rocking it over on socials, and it's amazing. And so
And we
thank you
got some
for everybody.
sweet new art too from Derek, so it just makes our content look even better.
Yeah, dude, we
Yeah.
pretty much revamped almost everything.
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
no
it's looking
I
great.
in revolution in team.
Evolution.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have for this one, right? Does anybody else have anything else you want to say?
As along with revamping, Anna has taken a Square site and added our shirts to
That's
that
right.
site. And
Yes.
where can that link be found?
I need to link it and give the fellas the link to put in our bio, but it's the Barons Hideout Podcast .square.site. And it's the same website I used when I had my candle business going, and I still had it. So I was like, well, hey, this gives people like a place to go, like a website to see our shirt and be like, okay, I can actually add this to a cart, put my information in, and do it like an official way, if you
Sure.
will, without having
Sure.
to message us and be like, hey, I want a shirt.
Hell
So,
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Anna,
fuck
for
it.
doing that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're literally everywhere. I don't think there's a place that we're not there. So thank you guys so much.
Underwear.
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 Over there, underwear.
Next merch
Underwear. Yeah. Now there it is. My face on some underwear. There you go.
Hey, we can make that happen. Derek, thank you so much for being here, man, and for everything you've been doing for the show. And
Yeah,
thank you to these two goofballs too for being with me every single week. It means a lot. And we'll see everybody on the next one. Be
Bye.
safe.
Later.